Hello and welcome to Target Language English. Today we're going to practice English articles a, an, the, and the zero article. You can pause the video and try to do the examples on your own, and then we'll do it together. Let's get started. Fill in the blanks with a, an, the, or zero article. Let's start with the first example. It's nice summer day. Sky is blue, sun is shining. We'll say, it's a nice summer day. The noun day is singular and countable, so it needs an article. We're not pointing to a specific day. It's just one of many possible nice summer days, so we'll use the indefinite article a. We can't use an here because the sound right after the article is a consonant. Nice, a nice summer day. Next, we'll say the sky is blue, the sun is shining. The nouns sky and sun refer to something unique. There's one of each in our world, so both the speaker and the listener know exactly which one is meant. So, the sky and the sun. Let's see the next example. Mike has pen and pencil. Pen is blue, pencil is yellow. Let's check the answer. We'll say Mike has a pen and a pencil. The nouns pen and pencil are singular countable nouns, so they each need an article. We're not pointing to a specific pen or pencil yet. This is the first time we're mentioning them, so they could be any pen and any pencil. That's why we use the indefinite article a for both. Next we'll say the pen is blue, the pencil is yellow. Now that the pen and pencil have already been introduced in the first sentence, both the speaker and the listener know exactly which pen and which pencil we're talking about. So instead of a, we switch to the definite article, because the nouns are no longer new. They are now specific and we can identify them. Next example. We went to concert last night. Music was very good. We went to a concert last night. We use a because concert is a singular countable noun and we're not pointing to one specific already known concert, so it needs the indefinite article a. The music was very good. Music is an uncountable noun, so on its own it wouldn't normally take an article, like in the example music helps me relax. But here in our example we're not talking about music in general. It's specifically the music from the concert we just mentioned. Both the speaker and the listener know exactly which music is meant, so it becomes specific enough to take the. Next, there's supermarket on Maple Street. We'll say there's a supermarket on Maple Street. The noun supermarket is a singular countable noun. We're introducing it as new information. The listener doesn't know which supermarket yet, and it's just one of possibly many supermarkets that could be on that street, so it takes the indefinite article a. Maple Street takes zero article. Street names are proper nouns, and proper nouns usually do not take an article, so we use the zero article in our example. Let's see the next example. We went on tour and guide was excellent. Here's the answer. We went on a tour and the guide was excellent. The noun tour is a singular countable noun. We're not talking about a specific tour. It's just one among many, so we need the indefinite article a. The noun guide is also singular and countable, but now it's a different story. We use the definite article the because we know from the context which guide we're talking about. It's the guide from that tour. Let's see the next example. Colosseum is probably most famous site in Rome. Here's a completed sentence. The Colosseum is probably the most famous site in Rome. The noun Colosseum gets the because it's a unique, one-of-a-kind landmark. For more examples of using the with famous buildings and monuments or landmarks, check out our previous video. I'll leave the link in the description box. So, the Colosseum is probably the most famous site in Rome. We say the most famous because most famous is a superlative and we use the with superlatives. And then zero article with the noun Rome because Rome is a city name, and with city names we usually do not use an article. Let's move on to the next example. Music helps me concentrate when I'm working, but I don't like music my brother plays. Let's see the completed sentence. We'll say music helps me concentrate when I'm working, but I don't like the music my brother plays. We have the same noun, music, used twice in this sentence. In the first instance, we used the zero article because music is an uncountable noun used in a general sense. We are talking about music in general, not any particular music. In the second instance, we use the definite article the. The noun music is still uncountable, but it is no longer general. It now refers to specific music identified by the words my brother plays. This extra information tells us exactly which music we mean, so we use the definite article the. Let's see the next example. My neighbor is photographer. Let's ask him for advice about cameras. We'll say, my neighbor is a photographer. Let's ask him for advice about cameras. When we talk about someone's job or profession or role, we use the indefinite article, a photographer. The noun advice is uncountable, and here it's used in a general sense, not one specific piece of advice. So it takes zero article. The noun cameras is a plural, countable noun used in a general sense. We're not talking about particular cameras already known to us, just cameras as a category, so it also takes zero article. Next, I had sandwich and apple for lunch. That doesn't sound like very interesting lunch. We'll say, I had a sandwich and an apple for lunch. That doesn't sound like a very interesting lunch. In the first sentence, we use the indefinite article with nouns sandwich and apple because they're singular, countable, and not specific. We say a sandwich because the noun sandwich starts with a consonant sound, and an apple because the noun apple starts with a vowel sound. The noun lunch in the first sentence takes zero article because names of meals usually do not take an article. But in the second sentence we said a very interesting lunch. We use the indefinite article because we are describing one particular meal. Let's read the next example. I hope you have lovely time and good weather, but I'm not going on vacation. I'm going on business trip. We'll say, I hope you have a lovely time and good weather, but I'm not going on vacation. I'm going on a business trip. A lovely time because the noun time here isn't used in the general uncountable sense. It means an experience, and when used in that sense, it is countable and it takes a zero article with good weather because the noun weather is uncountable and used in a general sense. Zero article with on vacation because that's a fixed expression. And a business trip because the noun trip is singular, countable, and not specific. Next, he studies engineering at Stanford University while she studies literature at University of Pennsylvania. We'll say he studies engineering at Stanford University while she studies literature at the University of Pennsylvania. Zero article with engineering and literature because names of academic subjects or fields of study take no article when used in a general sense. Zero article with names of schools and universities. Stanford University, no article. But if the word of is in the name, we use the definite article. The University of Pennsylvania. Next example. Do you know time? Yes, clock in hall has just struck 9. Then it isn't time to go yet. We'll say, do you know the time? This is a fixed expression asking about the current time. It is understood as one specific thing both the speaker and the listener are referring to, so we need the definite article the time. Yes, the clock in the hall has just struck 9. The clock, the hall. Both nouns are specific. The listener knows exactly which clock and which hall the speaker is referring to. They are understood or known from the situation or shared context. And the last part of this example, then it isn't time to go yet. Here the noun time is used in its general, uncountable sense, so it takes zero article. Our last example, he was sent to prison for 6 months. When 6 months are over, he'll be released. We'll say, he was sent to prison for 6 months. When the 6 months are over, he'll be released. The noun prison takes zero article because we mean the purpose. He is there as an inmate. We're not referring to the building itself. So he was sent to prison for 6 months. Zero article with 6 months because it's a time expression referring to a general duration. It's not a specific period, so no article is needed. But in the second sentence, when the 6 months are over, we use the definite article the with 6 months because now we are referring to that specific 6-month sentence already mentioned, not just any 6-month period. And that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.